All right, I don't know if you've ever heard of the term, I'm not your Popeye. Like, have you ever heard a black person say that to you? Like, I'm not your Popeye. It's a term basically that, or you say something cheeky to them and they go, yay, I'm not your Popeye. It's Popeye, of course, is a catch-all phrase for cartoons, in the same way that Uchekas is a catch-all phrase for plastic bags and Xerox is a catch-all phrase for photocopying, or Ihoover is a catch-all phrase for a vacuum cleaner. And it's a phrase that I know I learned from my dad and a number of other people that we used to use, particularly in my family when we trash talk each other playing cards like Crazy Eight. It's like, no, I'm not your Popeye. You're gonna lose. And it basically means, in short, I'm not your cartoon, I'm not your plaything, and dismiss me at your peril. Well, Greta Thunberg, the outspoken 17-year-old activist from Sweden, has now attended the World Economic Forum 2 years in a row, and on both occasions she's been given a podium keynote opportunity. Here's what she said in 2019.
My message is that we'll be watching you. This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words.
And then she came back around again this year, earlier this week, day before yesterday, she said this.
When we children tell you to panic, we're not telling you to go on like before. We're not telling you to offset your emissions by just paying someone else to plant trees in places like Africa, while at the same time forests like the Amazon are being slaughtered at an infinitely higher rate.
Now, remember when your parents used to call you into the lounge when they had guests over, like they're chilling, and then they'd ask you to come dance for their amusement and then carry on with their adult conversation? They're making you a Popeye, okay? And for me, that's what the business and political leaders of the world are doing to Greta. They let her on world stages with their condescending laughs, and in particular this one, it's beginning to feel like they're making her a Popeye because nothing changes. It's possibly the most powerful gathering of global leadership because it brings government and business together on a large scale. Unlike UN meetings or World Bank meetings or Clinton Foundation, decision makers could make resolutions that respond to her rallying call with relative immediacy in Davos. Governments spend the week pandering to those big businesses as much as those big businesses are pandering to those governments, and they have an opportunity to make a resolution, but they really don't. Now, I'm a realist because decision making is a set of trade-offs and some issues require time to fix. But let's stop making this poor girl dance in the living room for our amusement and to make us feel like we're doing something. Greta is the ultimate proxy for the rest of the world being taken for a ride. For being, Popeye, babo. Their cartoons, their games, that's what the world is. We're being played with. They let her on the stage, they coo at her sweetness in a pink hoodie, ooh and ah at her bravery to speak to adults like this, only to do nothing about her painstakingly prepared keynote speeches. And I feel quite strongly that in some respect, I would prefer the world political and business leaders simply excluded this young lady from their roundtables of acquiescence rather than patronize her in this way.